Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Silhouette Sunday video. Today's project is actually a really easy one, but I thought I would share it with you anyway. But before I get started, I just wanted to say thank you really quickly to those of you who sent me emails and messages online. I think I've responded to everyone, but several people did contact me asking if everything was okay because I have not posted anything online for the last probably like 3 weeks. And that's quite unusual for my channel. Even if I'm not posting silhouette stuff, I am usually posting other cards and paper crafts. And I also had mentioned that I was going to start work on the Silhouette Basic series, which unfortunately is not done. My great grandmother passed away a couple of a couple of weeks ago. Well, it wasn't recent, but it has been a while. But over the course of the last 3 weeks, she got very ill and she passed away. So I haven't been very motivated to do anything in the craft room, which I'm sure a lot of you can understand. And I'm just now getting back into the swing of things. But anyways, for today's project, I'm actually going to be making some personalized aprons for myself, my mother, and my cousin. We're all taking a Wilton decorating class. I may do like a secret vlog filming this because I think it's going to be a disaster. But we're all taking a Wilton cake decorating class, and we all have to have aprons. So I thought it'd be funny if I just did different ones for each one of us. Some of them will actually be, cutesy and some not so much. So my mother and I are actually pretty good at baking. We did learn from our grandmother and great grandmother respectively. And my cousin will tell you that she is just there for the cake. She has admitted that. So that is literally what I'm going to put on her apron. I'm just here for the cake. That way the expectations are not too high for her from the instructor. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have a little guy eating cake, a little icon that I found on flaticon.com. All of the images you actually see on screen here are all from flaticon.com. And it's a really easy website to navigate, and you can download free SVG files. So if you're looking for something simple, you can download SVGs from flaticon.com. So we'll go ahead and drag and drop this over here. And I don't have to actually do anything to make this cut, because if I go to the cut settings, because I have the designer edition, you'll see that it actually has the option for me to just click the cut and a cut line appears. So I don't have to do anything with this, but I am going to add some text underneath. So I'm going to make this smaller. And I am working with an adult apron, so it's about 7 inches roughly across. So I could make this quite wide, but I don't want it to be too big. And next I'm going to grab this text tool, and I'm just going to type, like I said, I'm just here for the cake. And I don't like this font, so I'm going to double click it so that I can highlight the entire thing and change it to Adele Basic. And I'm also going to center the text. So when I cut the design out, it's going to look roughly like this, but this is way too big. So I'm just going to shrink this down. And this looks in proportion to each other. If I want to make sure that it's perfect, I can draw a box around both. Go to the align tool here and align center. Oh, I was actually way off. So this is actually aligned center the way it is. So I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger, since I do know that the front of the shirt, I have about 7 inches to work with. Now, because I'm going to be using heat transfer vinyl, I need to mirror this image. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and group it together so that it stays in one piece. And then I'm going to go to this replicate window here on the top right hand corner and just mirror right, because this is what I actually need to cut out according to the directions of my transfer material and not this one. So I'm going to go ahead and click and hit delete. And I'm going to send this to the silhouette to cut out and transfer it to my final product, or I'll show you guys the final product. Here is my design that is already cut and has been weeded, and I'm using a Cricut Light transfer material just because I know this apron doesn't have to last a long time. And one thing I noticed right away is that this transfer material is very thin. We'll see how it holds up. But to set up for transferring my material with the iron, I have put down a few washcloths just to protect my work surface. And I have my iron here, and I'm just going to run the iron over the apron to take out some of those wrinkles. And this is unfortunately a lesson I learned the hard way, that if you don't take the wrinkles out, it will affect your placement. And to transfer the design, I'm just going to go ahead and center it where I want it on the front of the apron, and then place a towel down on the top of the image to protect my iron. And some people say this isn't necessary, but I prefer it not to go direct to iron. And then I'm going to press down firmly using the iron until it's transferred. And I've skipped over the part where I was just, sitting with the iron. And here you can see the design peels up, it peels off pretty cleanly. The material is thin, so it doesn't take as long as glitter HTV does. So here's a look at the final product. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.